best 6 places to visit in Germany in summer 2022. Germany in summer is a treat for the faculties, with long, radiant days, food and lager celebrations in abundance, and blooming trees specking the scenes. With the cold mountains becoming verdant snow-capped knolls, there could be no greater opportunity to get out into the Alps to partake in some climbing and trekking through the undulating trails. Probably the most ideal getaway spots in Germany in summer incorporate urban communities like Munich, Dresden, Düsseldorf, and Frankfurt, which are totally loaded up with business sectors, exhibition halls, celebrations, and outside amusement all through the late spring months. Germany is additionally an ideal summer objective for those that could do without the outrageous temperatures of the southern Mediterranean. Ocean-side spots, for example, Rugen Island and the island of Sylt in the north of Germany, and the regular excellence of the Black Forest permit explorers to partake in nature without the persecuting intensity and probability of consuming. Regardless of not being considered a getaway destination, Germany is ideally suited for history buffs, wine sweethearts, walkers, and even oceanside bums thanks to its fluctuated scene, design, and exercises. Regardless of whether Germany was never on your list of must-dos for summer objections, it truly ought to be in the wake of understanding this. Disclaimer. This post contains partner joins. This implies that would it be advisable for you click on specific connections, and afterward therefore buy an item, I will get a little commission. It costs nothing extra to you except for helps keep my site running. Much obliged to you for supporting me along these lines. 1. Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, lovingly known as MechPom, or Mecklenburg-West Pomerania in English, is a great green locale only north of Berlin. You can make the excursion to this northernmost state via vehicle or train decently fast and efficiently, yet bike visiting is a brilliant choice to think about in the summertime. Beginning from Berlin, you'll spin through the rich vegetation of Brandenburg as you advance there. The land is for the most part level and the frameworks are incredible, with a few camping areas and resorts en route. An invigorating change from the large city life, MechPom is one of the least thickly populated territories of Germany, and a much-needed refresher as you meander through the lovely regular habitat. You'll likewise experience some notable lakes, like Thurin, Zethner See and Mirower See. 2. Bodensee. Bodensee is an incredible summer evade during Germany's hottest months. Otherwise called Lake Constance, Bodensee gives various exercises and occasions all through the late spring that make this one of the most well-known summer objections for German, Austrian and Swiss residents, yet the large numbers of travelers that run to Europe in the mid-year. Bodensee has various occasional exercises throughout the late spring that intrigue all guests. A boat ride on the lake is an ideal method for taking in the magnificence of the water and encompassing area, and guests can appreciate installed conveniences on a few boats including beverages and feasts. Water sports are one of the most well-known interests at Bodensee. Take a kayak ride along the shores, or attempt stand-up rowing for a charming experience. In the event that you are somewhat really trying, sail with an accomplished skipper or check windsurfing out. 3. St. Goar. One of the most amazing summer escapes in Germany is to visit St. Goar and its encompassing region. St. Goar, Sankt Goar, is a curious town on the bank of the Middle Rhine in the UNESCO World Heritage Site Rhine Gorge in Germany. The actual town is somewhat little and adorable, and many individuals come to St. Goar to visit its palace. Opened by strolling from St. Goar or the St. Goar train station, Rheinfels Castle is maybe one of the most famous vacation spots in St. Goar. Remembered to be one of the biggest and most heartfelt palaces nearby, one can undoubtedly walk a little ways from the St. Goar train station up to the castle to investigate its remains and visit the palace exhibition hall. Right across the waterway from St. Goar is Castle Katz in Sankt Gorhausen. Yet, sadly, it's confidential property, so it's not possible for anyone to visit. However, it's wonderful to take a gander at by and by. One more well-known action close to St. Goar is the Rhine cruise. You can either get on the journey from St. Goar to visit others along the Rhine or get off at St. Goar to investigate the town. One of the most mind-blowing realized celebrations close to St. Goar is the Rhine in Flames. Boats depart from towns close to the Rhine including St. Goar to Loreley Rock to observe a dazzling light show. 4. Düsseldorf. There are such countless extraordinary activities in Düsseldorf throughout the late spring when the city wakes up with extraordinary food, drink, and outside exercises. With the third biggest Japanese populace in Europe, behind London and Paris, Düsseldorf is home to the absolute best Japanese foods beyond Japan. From ramen to katsu curry and obviously sushi, Dusseldorf is blasting at the crease with a lot of Japanese as well as other Asian feasting choices. The nature of the Japanese food is so great in Dusseldorf, that you'd need to go to Japan to view as better. Notwithstanding all-year feasting choices, Dusseldorf plays host to its yearly Japan Day, held each May. One of the most outstanding times to visit Dusseldorf is over the mid-year, which furnishes voyagers with a brief look at Dusseldorf at its ideal. Go for a long walk along the Rhine River on one of the numerous person-on-foot cordial ways or make a beeline for the Altstadt area of Dusseldorf for an invigorating neighborhood brew. Viewed as the longest bar on the planet, the Altstadt is the ideal area to appreciate neighborhood dishes like salted eggs while watching local people approach their day. Additionally, look at Karlsplatz Market, an outdoors market with new food slows down, pastry kitchens, and bars with a lot of chances to partake in the climate. Over the mid-year, Dusseldorf likewise has a marathon, a medieval celebration, and a light celebration zeroed in on traditional music. 5. Rugen Island. Germans love to go to the shoreline in summer. Oceanside in Germany is extremely normal for its Strandkorb, also known as commonplace German oceanside seats. Without a doubt, the coastline in Germany can be extremely breezy, so better stow away in a Strandkorb. In the event that you are not excessively terrified of the breeze, there are numerous wonderful objections for a late spring escape in Germany. One of my top picks is Rugen. Rugen is the greatest island in Germany and to me additionally the prettiest. It is arranged on the Baltic Ocean and has both wild and touristy seashores, Binz, Sellen and Goren. I like the wild seashores of Rugen the most with its renowned enormous chalk precipices. Other than the ocean side, individuals like to go on a bicycle visit through the island. It has to be sure various cycle ways. To get to Rugen, you should take a ship from Stralsund. 6. Munich. Munich is perhaps of Germany's most lovely city and particularly good to visit in the mid-year. The Bavarian capital is known for its extravagance and luxury quality, verifiable structures, and lovely nature around. In the event that you're in Munich in the late spring, make a point to invest some energy in the English Garden, an enormous green region straightforwardly in the middle brimming with individuals partaking in the sun and the great climate. You might attempt to go surfing on the Eisbach Well, a fake wave in the waterway in the recreation area. One of the large features in Munich is likewise its encompassing nature. Because of its closeness to the Alps, you can arrive at a lot of wonderful mountains and lakes in something like an hour beyond the city. The renowned Starnberger See is just a train ride away and one of the most famous vacationer excursions. Munich is likewise a decent base to visit the well-known Neuschwanstein Castle for a day. Assuming that you're visiting in pre-fall, mid-finish of September, you will try and be able to go to the amazingly popular Oktoberfest, which doesn't happen in October, however in September. While this is an extraordinary encounter, make a point to sort out convenience months ahead of time, since the city is brimming with sightseers during this period.